The organizational meeting, January 3rd, 2017. Will now begin. The meeting is being recorded. We're going to go ahead and get the pledge of allegiance out of the way.
Pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, motion to appoint chairman. I make a motion to appoint Rick Cooley as chairman.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye. Good vote.
Okay.
Oh, aye.
Okay, I believe at this point we're swapping seats.
Oh, okay.
That's how that works.
Unless you want to be down there, maybe.
You just want to run it from there?
I'll try. Debbie can help me anything.
Will.
Okay. Okay, we're not that far apart. Okay, motion to appoint vice chairman.
No, either way.
I'll make a motion to appoint the guy on vice chairman.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
That's you now.
All in favor?
That's you now.
Aye. Aye.
There's always a little confusion, right?
Motion to appoint secretary treasurer.
Make a motion to appoint Deb Leonard, secretary treasurer, at 50 cent.
I'll second that motion.
50 cent an hour raise.
All those in favor? Debbie Leonard, secretary treasurer at the 50-cent hour raise.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion to approve a hourly raise for the 3 road employees. I think also we had 50 cents an hour.
Yeah, we talked 50 cents an hour. We also talked about hourly 25 cents for the backhoe and 25 cents for the brush cutter. So he'd get an additional 50 if we want to do it that way.
Is that the way? Okay.
That's the way we figured it out when we were budgeting.
So it's 50 cents plus hourly gray additional for the backhoe.
Backhoe incentive and
Yeah.
brush cutter incentive.
Okay.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second the motion.
All those in favor, giving a raise of 50 cents an hour plus 50 additional to hourly gray.
So it's $1.
Orly gets $1.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting 50 cents, yes. Aye.
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 But that has to be noted Deb on his file. He has his backhoe and his mowing machine.
Okay, motion to set the treasurer's bond at $175,000.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Consent by saying aye. Aye. Motion to appoint an insurance carrier. It's
And
Nicholas.
St. Mary's. We'll have
Common St. Mary's, one.
Okay.
bond and division insurance.
Okay.
Make the motion to appoint Nicholas Insurance and St. Mary's Insurance as insurance carrier.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nicholas and St. Mary's. Motion to appoint Richard Brown as solicitor.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All those in favor give your consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion to appoint the Eads Group as a township engineer.
Make the motion.
I'll second that motion.
All those in favor give your consent by saying aye.
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 Motion to appoint to fill the vacancy board.
I'll make the motion for James Huff.
I'll second that motion.
See, you had 2 candidates, right?
Yeah, that's, okay, question on that. You had to have it in 10 days prior,
He gave it to me on the 23rd. That's why I gave it.
but it wasn't here.
Yeah, the office went over on the 23rd. It was the 23rd and the 20th. The day before Christmas and the day after they had to do all this. So they brought it to me.
Why did you bring it ahead of time?
I don't know, but that's the day he gave it to me, so that's why I signed off on it.
I couldn't hear any of that conversation, so what,
I said,
what's the
Jim.
answer to both?
Jim brought me the application on the 23rd because the office was closed, so I just signed and dated it, but that's the day I received it. Then I brought it up here the next day the office was open, which was after Christmas. The
That
day-
was after.
Tuesday after Christmas.
Yeah.
So, but that's where it's at. I mean, the office was closed on the 23rd and also closed the day after Christmas. So,
I feel if he was interested, he'd have had it in plenty of time, which Ronnie Brown said is in before the 10 days.
yeah, the day before. But he's been in there for the last couple of years, so there's obviously, he has an interest, he just has to put the application back in, so, I mean, that's splitting hairs as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
Is there a little bit of a conflict, because now Mr. Huff is an employee of the Water Authority. And in that status, Jeremy, you're a member of the Water Authority.
Mhm.
So in that aspect, you are part of his supervision on the Water Authority. And, you know, serving in the vacancy board, you know, it should be completely independent. There shouldn't even be an appearance of a conflict of interest. And prior, years ago, Jim Hoff was an employee of the Water Authority, and he quit. And when he did quit, it's my understanding, a lot of the markers also were gone. And I understand even at this time, you have him out there putting in the belt markers.
Yes, he's putting in valve markers.
Yeah.
I don't know what that has to do with this, and no,
Well, what it has
I
to
don't,
do
they're
with
two
it,
separate entities, I don't see where that's a conflict of interest.
what it has to do with it, he took the initiative, I understand, to take him out.
That's.
We don't know that.
I mean, again, I don't know where, that has nothing to do with this organization.
What's that?
Did you ever ask any questions about where the valve
This is the
was?
first I've ever heard about it.
Yeah, I mean, again, this has nothing to do with the matter.
Yeah, it doesn't, but did,
Well, I
in
think
the,
it does.
in the past, was there anybody ever on a vacancy board that was on authority board? I know John Bryson was at one time, the
Yeah,
vacancy.
he was, yeah, I think anybody else.
Well, you made the motion, need a second.
Okay. I mean, it's just unfortunate and discouraging both to a lot of people. even-
Why don't you give somebody else a chance at being, at serving the community?
You know, I like Ron Bross. If he wanted to put his name in for one of these openings on the water and sewage, I'd
Well, he
strongly
did for the
encourage it.
vacancy board, but now why should he if he gets turned down?
He was also a supervisor and quit halfway through 2 years ago.
Yeah, he couldn't count his job.
I don't know why.
Well, he worked second shift, yeah, that's
So,
why.
I mean, but look at things both ways.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you vote, Rick, for the vacancy chair
I'm
there?
gonna call for the vote.
Oh, motion to put Jim Huff on the vacancy board. All those in favor, give your consent by saying aye.
Aye.
No. Motion to use First Commonwealth Bank and Northwest Savings Bank as the depositories.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second that motion.
All those in favor, give your consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion to set meeting day and time as the third Thursday of the month at 7 p.m.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All those in favor, give your consent by saying aye. Aye. Motion to send 3 supervisors, secretary, road foreman to the state convention with, do we use,
You can be the voting delegate this year if you'd like, since you're the
No.
chairman.
we go
We're
as
intending
2?
on going, though.
Yeah.
That's all that is one of us has to be designated as the voting delegate. so
Oh,
you can
okay.
vote, right?
Okay.
Richard Julia. Rick. I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
All those in favor, give their consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion to appoint to the Sewerage Authority Board, there's 2 vacancies, terms ending December of 2017 and December of 2021. How many names do we have in for that?
We have Linda Quinn, which is up for hers is the 2017, and I'll make a motion to reappoint Linda Quinn for her 2017.
And I'll second that motion. Who else we got?
Okay.
What
Hers
term
was
Linda
hers
Quinn?
ending 16?
That's one term, no, new terms, one's ending 2017, hers is up now.
16, it says 17 under, you mean it ended now, 16.
There's a term that's ending next year.
Oh, hers is the
December 5th.
21st.
Hers is the 6th, it just
2021.
ended this year, hers is
Oh,
ended, but there's a
so-
term ending the 17th, and then there's
Alright,
two
so
terms.
she would be going to December 2021. So they'll be renewing her appointment.
Okay, she'll take the 5-year term, right,
Yes.
till 2021.
Right. I'll make the motion for that. That's a reappointment to the position she holds now.
I'll second it.
All those in favor, give your consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed. We have another opening, make a motion to appoint Robert Koppel on the sewerage board.
Did you say you're opposed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just figure she's on one board would be enough, but she wants to be on two, I think she should stay on one.
Okay.
Okay, motion for Robert Koppel for the sewerage board.
Any
Second,
explanations?
I think we've been down the road enough,
I
haven't we?
haven't.
I know you haven't, but
I haven't been, I wasn't here at the last meeting.
You
Couldn't
were,
make it, something come up in my personal.
no, nothing come up at the last meeting at all. You were at the previous meeting along with the sewage meeting the week before that.
Yeah, I was there.
What did they say? Well,
You were there too, Victor.
Oh,
You tell me what they said.
I asked you, what did they say?
What did they say? Nothing during the meeting. After the meeting, there were a few things said.
I didn't stick around for anything after the meeting.
Well, that's
I
when
mean,
they said
during the
some things
meeting,
to
I
me.
think what I heard, I was sitting right there.
And they said
Well, I
no,
did.
they said no, but nobody would give a reason.
They said
Not a
more than
substantial
no.
reason given.
The question was asked of each one individually, if they would walk if you were to put on that board, and unless I'm seeing it wrong, every one of them said they were out of there.
No,
And-
that's
and-
not true.
That's not true.
Well, go ahead, Christine. How'd you hear
Richard
it?
Filer said he never said he would quit.
Told me what.
Maybe told you, but during the meeting you're
That's
talking
why I heard it
about.
during the meeting.
Well, I didn't hear that.
I also heard later on that Perry said he'd go as well.
Okay, now Perry's got an interest here because I would be his supervisor. On two
Okay.
occasions in December, one, he was out here sitting talking to the guys.
All right,
Neither Debbie nor the sewage secretary were here.
okay.
So, you know, he doesn't want me seeing what he's doing. And the second thing, he wants to be the sewage operator, but he didn't pass the test, so now he's got his wife taking the test.
Well,
So, he doesn't want me, he views me as a threat, no doubt, that maybe I would become a sewage operator, even though I don't have that ambition, but he wants to secure that so that he can become a sewage operator or his wife. So, you know, he's got, yeah, his wife. His wife's taken the test twice, I understand now.
gosh, she sold insurance all her life, I can't imagine
Well-
doing that, Bob.
I don't know either, but this is what I've heard. And she personally talked to me about taking the test. So,
Go ahead, Rick.
you know, the man's got some personal interest here, and you're buying into it. You're supporting him, saying even Perry would quit if I was
Telling you
stepping
what
up.
was said.
okay, I don't have a
So
second.
go for it.
Okay, motion to appoint to the Water Authority Board, we have 2 vacancies, terms ending December 2020 and December 2021. Do we have any apps?
I didn't see any in this file.
Nothing there.
Motion to appoint to Recreation Board, 1 vacancy, term ending December 2021.
Mine's in there.
Oh, the vacancy board is Deb Leonard. I'll make the motion for Deb Leonard.
For the rec board.
What,
Oh, I'm sorry, rec board. What did I say?
Vacancy.
Vacancy. Something on my mind.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor, give your consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion to appoint
It's Rob Singer.
Rob Singer as Sewage Enforcement Officer.
Make the motion.
I'll second that motion.
All those in favor, give your consent by saying aye to appoint Rob Singer as sewage enforcement officer.
Aye.
Motion to appoint an alternate sewage enforcement officer, which we had Russ Braun.
Yeah, Russ Braun. I'll make the motion for Russ Braun as the alternate.
I'll second it.
All those in favor, give your consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion to appoint Deb Leonard as chief financial officer of the J Township Pension Plan.
Make the motion.
I'll second it.
All those in favor, give your consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion to allow the secretary to sign year-end reports.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All those in favor, give your consent by saying aye.
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 Motion to allow the chairman to sign the year-end reports.
Make the motion.
I'll second it.
All those in favor, give your consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion for the mile reach rate, and it's what, 53.5 cents per mile?
Yeah.
I'll make that motion.
Have a second.
Second.
All those in favor, give your consent by saying aye.
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 And a motion to require all contractors doing work for the township to have insurance.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Include your attorney with that.
What's that?
Include your attorney in that.
An attorney should have insurance.
I haven't seen it yet. Ask Eddie.
We don't have a certificate on file, but he hasn't had insurance.
Should
We
be
never
one on
required
file.
Guess we're gonna check into that then.
File you better, yeah. County doesn't either.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to adjourn the organizational meeting.
Have a second.
I'll second it.
All those in favor to adjourn reorganization meeting, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Reopen this meeting.
We have to reopen? Okay. Now we're going to reopen into our regular monthly J Township Supervisors meeting, January 3rd, 2017 at 6:18 PM.
Meeting being recorded.
Meeting being recorded. Okay, so we need to pledge again?
No.
No, okay. Approval of the minutes from the previous meeting, monthly meeting of December 15th, 2016.
Make the motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting, December 15th.
I'll second the motion.
All those in favor, give your consent by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, visitors' comments. Franny?
Nothing being done on the junk issues of 2 months ago.
As far as anything, we can't find any records back to, what was that, Debbie? On
Um,
that 90,
Or back to 78 or whatever.
the ordinance.
Yeah, there's nothing, just what we have.
Just what we have.
The nuisance law goes back to 83.
Yeah, and there's reference in that junk ordinance to a previous ordinance, but we can't find anything before
Still have your nuisance
1979.
law.
What's that?
Yeah.
Still have your nuisance law and you already enforced one.
Nuisance ordinance for, wouldn't apply to a junkyard if they're legally a junkyard.
Still a nuisance.
A junkyard's a nuisance, two different ordinances?
What I told you the other day. Not allowed to be a nuisance.
Yeah, I mean, there's some gray area there, but definitely need to find out. I don't know why, we don't have an ordinance book before 1979. Is there a reason we don't have an ordinance book from prior to
I
1979?
don't know.
I don't know if you, I mean, I didn't know if somebody put one together at some juncture that you could ever recall. We'd have to go into the attic and start doing some digging.
I would say
I'm
there,
trying to think who you could.
There should be.
there would be minutes ever since this
Yes,
government
should be.
started, so somebody took them home or,
Might be a good question to ask Rick.
I
Our
mean,
attorney, I think we did say we were gonna,
if
I
you
mean,
want to, get the minute book out, we'll see if one
but
was
I
ever
think we
passed.
did mention we're gonna get a hold of Brown too on this.
You better look at your nuisance law. Pretty well covered. If you're a junkyard, you're a licensed junkyard, you're not. There you are. You gotta be operating the proper way. No matter if it's state or not.
Okay. Check into it. Christine? Howie? Bobby?
Yeah, multiple times I've put in to be on the sewage authority, and every time I've been denied. The Board of Supervisors mandates a written application to be on here. I think I complied with that. I get what I would call evasive answers and why you won't appoint me. I would like a letter stating the reasons that I am unfit to be on the sewer authority. And since the Board of Supervisors is the appointing power, I'd like a letter signed by the two individuals that won't second Mr. Cooley's motion.
And we don't have to give you that letter.
No,
I've been
you
down
don't
this
have
road
to.
with PSAT in the past with the water authority
You
appointments.
don't-
No, I don't have to,
It's
and
a
I will
public-
not.
It's a public office, and everything seems to be discussed elsewhere, and the decisions are predefined.
Okay.
I'll bet if I go in there and get the applications for Linda Quinn or anybody else, then I think I might do it. I mean, see what terms and what qualifications they had to be appointed. I think I have some pretty good qualifications, but yet,
Bob, I
This
don't
board-
think anyone said you were unfit.
well, then why don't you appoint me?
Because where are we gonna get a whole other board to work with you? Answer that
Why
question.
don't you appoint me?
Answer
You
the
had
question.
people sit right here and said they'd go on the board if you appoint me.
Gather them up, find them all, and get them to sign something to that effect.
You ought to put them
I'm
on.
not gonna vote perfectly
No.
volunteers out to a
And
peace
why-
person.
No.
Jeff Keith Bailey and Rick Gardner.
Why are they gonna quit?
You have to ask them that. You were at that meeting, you
I had to ask them.
How can you
You
ask
don't
me
get
a
any
question
answer
like that?
from them.
I don't know why they don't wanna work with you apparently.
Apparently not, but why?
I don't know why.
Why is it?
You'd have to ask them that.
That's like I said, it's just every month we do the same thing about it. So I feel, I mean, like I said, if somebody wants to be on the board, interested in the township, they're gonna stick with it. If not, they'll leave, you know?
I
One
mean,
thing
if they,
to remember
if
though
they weren't
is,
telling me you know, because I believe them. If they weren't telling me that,
Well-
I'd put you on the minute. But you're gonna be in here the next meeting saying, when are you gonna fill these seats?
I mean, one of the most negative people doesn't even live in the township.
I'm not gonna go down through them one at a time, Bob.
Well,
one thing to remember is you wonder why more people don't apply to be on these authority boards. And it's not only Bob, not necessarily this board, other boards, and you have turned down qualified people like Bob, and you don't appoint them. There's no reason. And they're qualified, and they meet the financial report. So, you know, you wonder why more people don't apply. When they see that you turn people down that should be good for the board, why should they apply?
The people I've talked to all say they don't want to be harassed by the same people you're referring to.
Well,
So there's your explanation.
harassed
Harassed.
is not. You have not been at all the meetings. It's not harassment. When people ask from the floor legitimate questions, that is not harassment.
Legitimate questions aren't harassment, Christine. But there's been plenty of harassment.
hey, I don't think the questions I've asked the sewer authority are harassing. No, I think I've taken some
I'm not
verbal
speaking for the
abuse.
sewer authority. I mean,
Well,
I think we,
I'm telling
again,
you,
are right back to this same redundant
If
conversation.
you think this is harassment to ask for a letter, to ask for a reason, and it's because they don't want me on here, I mean, I think I have a lot to offer the board.
Did you ever ask yourself, Bob, why they don't want you on there?
Nothing.
Did I ever what?
Did you ever actually look in the mirror and ask yourself, why don't they want me?
Well, I think what it stems from is because I speak my mind. That's what it stems from.
Possibly too much so.
Well, it is what it is,
Yeah,
Victor.
I agree.
Like I
It
said,
is what it is.
it's gonna be every month till we, I mean, I don't know if we're ever gonna get these boards filled up or not. But, okay.
You just tried to take a sitting member off the board, but you're speaking at the same time with a fork and tongue about filling them up.
speaking, they should.
No, you just
No,
did that.
I
That's
don't
why
think-
I questioned you on that, because that's been your stance from day one when you come in here. You want to fill these boards. But you just sat there and tried to take a lady off a board that was already sitting
I feel
because
you
you don't
should
think
be
you should be
on-
on more than one board.
No, I don't think so. I think
Well-
you'd be more involved in doing stuff on one board than worrying about the two.
I think you ought to put them on and watch it.
I mean, I just,
Yeah, that's my feeling. But if, another thing, if Linda said she was gonna quit it, but, no, that's the water, right? Linda was for the water.
Linda was for the water.
Yeah, okay, Bob Campbell, okay, remember that's past that day. Okay. Peggy, anything? Approval of the bills.
I'll make a motion to approve the bill, $35,320.61.
I'll second the motion.
All those in favor, motion to approve the bills, a total of $45,320.61. Give your consent by saying aye. Aye. Oh, okay. Treasurer's report.
General fund checking, the balance on 12/15/16 was $21,117.15. The balance as of 1/3/17 is $32,271.51. State fund balance on 12/15/16 was $127,219. The balance as of January 3, 2017 is $108,019. Pliget balance $13,327. Capital reserve account $53,522. State fund CD $40,145. General fund CD $83,179. Deposits for the month is $57,474.97.
Any questions on the treasurer's report? Correspondence.
1, Elk County Commissioners meeting minutes. 2, Robert Coppola, Sewer Authority Board appointment. 3, Ronald Ross, application for vacancy board. 4, Deborah Leonard, application for recreation board. And 5, James Huff, application for vacancy board.
Okay, any questions about the correspondence? Road maintenance and equipment maintenance reports.
Yeah, graders, we gotta get that cylinder fixed before the spring.
On the grader?
Yeah, it's on the main blade. Last time we took it out, it was going all over the place when it was fully expended. It's just something to keep in mind, get some decent weather. Joe, you've already said we may have parts for those champion graders. He bought a bunch out at one time, he had to look. Maybe
Oh.
somebody remind him.
So anything else other than the issues with Orley's truck with the cylinders for the plow? They're backloaded, right?
Yeah, that's what he said, it should be here hopefully by the end of the week.
DMC's working okay now?
Yeah, we
Yeah, sensors,
Sensor, yeah.
everything's good there. Do we have to bring anything up if we're, far as looking at another truck? If we do,
We're looking.
yeah. There's, found out a couple weeks ago, there's a used plow truck over in Kernsville. And we've been trying to get a hold of, it's some contractor, trying to get an appointment to go look at it. Has the plow spreader looking in bad, I think it's what, 98 Freightliner. So, once we get it, we might go look at that, because we're putting a lot of money in Orley's truck there, so. Not saying for sure we're gonna get it, but we're gonna go look at it. Okay, move into old business, the source water protection ordinance.
I haven't heard anything more than I even put a call into him this morning trying to get a hold of him, but he never returned the call today, so we're still there waiting to hear from him.
Okay, the sewer authority board vacancies, we went through that already. The water vacancy board, or water authority board vacancies. Yeah. Okay, dangerous structures.
We mailed a letter to,
Pisner, that's the farmhouse on Gontero Road, first on left going down. We haven't heard anything back.
No.
You put a letter out to the one in Forest again too, right?
Haven't heard
No
anything.
response there yet?
Mm.
And that's what Dole's apartment building, right? Charlie's old store.
We'll check on that, because that's probably been pushing 30 days.
Yeah.
Maybe should call back. I haven't been down there to see if they're doing anything different to it. France is right along next door, they're not there anymore either, I don't know what the situation is on that. but-
That's what, the trailer?
Yeah, everything was just kind of left there.
I mean, I don't know how far he's gonna go with this, but there's one on the left coming up out of Caledonia too, that's, looks like it needs a dozer. Where the shortcut road comes down, meets 555,
Mhm.
go down, turn right and come back this way, it's on your left-hand side.
On the left-hand side or the right, you talking about above Dudley's there, or?
No, I'm not
Oh,
talking,
okay.
I'm not talking
I'm not
France.
talking about that
Of
one.
course, I guess that'd be one of the good ones.
Well,
This is on the
no,
left.
the
You're right across from Frank's.
oh, the old.
The old
that little
store.
Storefront building.
Front's half tore off it.
Oh, the old Young Mart store, whatever that
Well,
was.
the question came up down there in Forest about the one next door to it, because they both kind of look similar, but
Yeah.
Francis moved out of town back, or Du Bois, Jim, sick, but I don't know who owns the property or what, it's just left in the state it was the day they drove away. So it's starting to look just like the neighbors, and, you know, you're right there,
Yeah.
telling one to clean up, but I don't even know who owns it anymore, or
He comes on
contact
that property, doesn't he?
where that trailer sits.
Can we check the tax things?
I think
Yeah.
France is on
You
that.
think Francis on it?
Yeah, we can check the tax.
I heard it was a Du Bois, I don't know, they just let it,
Yeah, I
maybe
heard
they're not,
that too.
maybe it's not going for taxes or something.
It might if he's in there.
Let's see if we can get an address in Du Bois and send it a letter even.
Yeah, just, I think they've abandoned it is what I'm driving out here, I guess, but it's hard to say until we find out. See if we can track it down.
Okay. I know we talked, somebody brought up to, was about Van Bors's garage up there,
Yeah.
but I don't know, that's,
Yeah, I didn't get, like, I didn't pull in there and look at it, but it looks like he's got some structure to it there, and he's got a bunch of tools in there. I don't know if he's gonna put a roof on it or what he's planning on doing with it, but as far as structurally, it's all steel I-beams, it's not gonna go anywhere. But I don't know what he's doing, he started cleaning all that up and then just,
Quit.
looked like, to me, he was gonna put another roof over that piece, because it's like a workbench full of tools and
we
stuff.
just got rid of the part that fell there.
Right.
Any other ones any place?
Dragging it up.
Okay. Move on to paving project.
Haven't heard anything else
Nothing yet.
since the last time.
Have you called them all since the last meeting? It's only been a couple of weeks, I know.
Yeah, right after, yeah, but that's still in, what he always says, it's in the financial department.
Yeah, so we want to keep pushing that on so that we can get out early in the spring with the bid.
The only thing, like I said, as far as the cross drains, they've been filling them in as they're needed.
Yeah, they were
so-
out a couple of days ago filling them in, plow knocks them back out a little bit.
They're not salting that Garden Hill Road, are they?
Yeah, they're solid.
They should salt that, we never get them to see. They will sink in the summertime like crazy. You dump
You're-
salt on dirt, it just.
You're not the first one to brought that up.
Yeah, it's serious, it's a serious thought, guys, seriously. That salt runs down in mud, you put salt in your dirt driveway, see what happens. It's
Oh,
really,
yeah.
you're just gonna keep beating away and you're never getting to see. Hate to see it happen to you, but it's gonna happen if you keep salting that road. No matter me what you do.
Yeah, yeah, that's,
Go like this, and I'll tell you, it just keeps sinking and sinking.
Unless, I don't know, maybe at some point midway through the winter or partially, maybe quit salting, I don't know.
Yeah, once we get through, we don't put, you know how much we mix, we don't mix it very hot. I know that,
Don't take much though, I'm serious. Just go out, and try some dirt spot this winter while you're doing your driveway, and it keeps sinking. We had that spot, we had that trouble on the back roads where they would just sprinkle the salt, remember? One
Yeah,
while we had a
it
crater
cuts.
here and a crater here. It's because the truck wasn't cleaned out, and we sprinkled it as they went on the dirt road.
Bring that up, you know, tell Sid and Ron, keep an eye on it.
Yeah, it's been brought up before,
Yeah.
I don't know what,
Check it this spring, you might have to just scrape a couple inches out of it and then refill it or something.
Well, we're planning on refilling it and then having it actually patch paved in their basement, new base put in before we do the paving.
Just something
As
to
part of
watch
the
out
paving
for,
package.
so it's really become a problem.
Keep an eye on that then.
Yep.
Okay, flood issue, Kersey Run, other than the last couple meetings when I talked to Debbie Poncer about it, that's through Glenn Thompson's office, we haven't got anything back from that, so.
nothing new there.
no. Move on to new business. Nothing.
Nothing new.
Nothing. Okay, move on and have a motion for adjournment.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor, give your consent by saying aye.
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 Since there's a meeting